3, 2, 1. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Do you guys have kids? We have kids. And kids love playing with cords. And do you know what happens when you take cords and you put them in a socket, right? You take this white cord and it has the 3 prongs. You put the 3 holes into the socket.
We have electricity.
You get power to the device you're using.
Right.
And do you know what happens? Are you aware of what happens when you take that cord from the socket, right? It's like 2 pieces like that. You take the cord and you pull it out of the socket. You know what happens? No power. Now, why do kids like doing that? I don't know. But Lucky, I was going to say Bella, Lucky loves to pull the cords out of the walls. So that's what happens when that happens.
We're very sorry. We were in the middle of something. We're so sorry. Huge mess. We don't even know. We don't even know.
Not really funny, Mom.
Not funny. And you know what the funny part is? Not really even funny. The more frustrating part is that he barely pulled it out. It was still inside. Like he just kind of tugged it a hair, literally a hair, and it just popped out.
They need to have instead of the safety baby thing, so they don't stick their fingers and things into your electrical cords. They need the ones that will keep them plugged in.
Ooh, see? Imagine. Okay, ready? A box, okay, with holes inside, right? Okay? You can't pull it because now we've screwed a plastic box on the wall covering the electrical socket, so the wires can't be pulled unless you pull the entire box out of the wall.
It's not going to work. Lucky will pull the whole box out.
I think it might work. We should try it. We'll give it a shot.
I think we should just tape his hands like this.
I think we should just
walk around. He'll be like, instead of Edward Scissorhands, he'll be like Lucky Tape Hands, and he'll walk around like this.
He'll still figure it out. We should just cage them. We could just cage them inside a box somewhere. Put him in Boomer's cage. He'll fit. If Boomer can fit, Lucky can fit.
The way I'm looking at me. How am I looking at Mary?
It is cold, and we love it. It was 40 degrees last night.
Yeah, it was pretty cold at Magic Kingdom this morning at 6. It was pretty cold. It's so weird. I looked it up one time, and there's some real scientific explanation as to why this happens. But I've noticed, since I'm up before the sun comes up, that when I wake up, it's cold, right? She is nuts, by the way. That it's cold. Let's say it's 40 degrees, right?
It's okay, though.
But as the sun starts coming up, it drops 2, 3, or 4 degrees. Now, I looked it up one time. It has something to do with the sun, sucking some energy or something away from the earth to make it cooler. But you would think, right, as the sun's coming up, it actually get hotter, right? Because now you're finally, the sun's up, right? So it get hotter. But it doesn't. It's whatever's happening with the sun and the earth is pulling more heat away from the earth, thus making it colder throughout the day.
Now, if anybody sounds nuts, it's you.
No, that's real science. It's 3 degrees with the wind chill. It's -12. Yes, I would love to.
We have our windows open. The cold air is coming in. We do. And it's freshening the sickness in the house. It's airing the sickness out of the house.
I work outside all day. So, yes, the cold does get a little irritating when you're outside for 8-12 hours at a time. So, yeah, it does get irritating. If I was able to come and go inside of the house, I wouldn't really care how cold it was outside. I'd be honest.
It's strange. Saturday, it was 85 degrees.
We had the weirdest weather pattern here in Florida. Saturday, it was a normal Florida winter where it was mid-70s, maybe low 80s. It was comfortable. The air wasn't hot. The air was cool.
The sun was hot still.
But a cool high 70s, low 80s. And then all of a sudden, overnight, it just got real cold.
Weird.
And it was ice cold.
Welcome to bipolar Florida. Hope you
Last
enjoy
night, -6 with a wind chill of -22. I don't know. I think I might like that. And the other thing that about winter that we don't like is, we don't really have the gear, the clothes, the little thing.
We don't have anything.
And
so
I refuse to buy it for a few cold days. I like it, and I don't think it really gets cold enough to buy all this expensive winter gear for thermals and stuff like that.
And it's super expensive here in Florida because
they have like 1 week to sell it and then it goes on clearance.
Right. Right. We could go to Burlington Coat Factory.
Another time. But like we like the cold, but we don't have cold clothes.
Like
we have everything to wear minimal clothes because in a couple months it's gonna be so hot you're gonna be walking around with like your clothes off because you want to get cool.
Right. And it's weird because like I have sandals and flip flops and shorts, but when I wear pants, a jacket, a long sleeve shirt, and my boots, I'm comfortable. I enjoy it. Of course, if in shorts you're cold, but
Brandon said the best feeling is when it's 50 degrees and the sun is warming you up.
Yes,
it is nice when it's cool out. Nice. Like it's a little windy and you're in the shade and you're like a little shiver like this, and then you step in the sun.
Yes, I agree. You broke it.
No, you broke the computer.
Yes, last night in my mid-conversation before it did something. I saw, what was it called? The blood eclipse. The blood moon, wolf moon. And I couldn't breathe last night, so I went outside because they said at 11:40 it was going to be supposed to be totally, covered. So I went up and all I had to do was look straight up. And bet your bottom dollar that thing was right.
Bet your bottom dollar tomorrow.
It was really cool. And I'm blind, and it's obviously far away. So I ran into the house, got the dinosaur binoculars, went outside. I'm like, oh my god!
So
it was really
does that
cool.
Mean the cheese on the moon went bad? Because the moon's made of cheese, right?
Yes.
So that means it went bad because it changed colors, it turned red. Somebody forgot to put it back in the fridge.
Right.
That's a shame.
But it was really cool.
What are all the astronauts going to eat?
Like when they had the solar eclipse for the sun and everything, you couldn't really see it. You couldn't really enjoy it, I guess. This you could actually look at and you're like, wow, because I could still see, the regular the regular moon as kind of like a toenail sort of. So you could see it and you can see it. It was really cool.
The sun, the solar eclipse. We recorded it, but we were afraid to look at it because everyone's like, "You're gonna go blind. You're gonna go blind. You're gonna go blind." So we were like trying to watch.
Well, actually, what we did, remember, we got our sunglasses and we dipped them downwards, and we looked through our sunglasses that was looking up at the sun.
Freaking nonsense.
It was cool though, it was 40 degrees when I went outside last night, but it was really cool to see.
I put my best lens on and got nothing because I passed out at 10:30. But you can't do those things randomly. You can't just go to sleep. You got to stay up. You got to do some jumping jacks.
You got to go outside and stay up because it was cold.
Yeah. You're right. You ain't falling asleep if you're outside in 30-degree weather. I'll tell you what. And if you do fall asleep or you're getting comfortable, take clothes off. Take clothes off. Start running around in the cold, hug a cold pole with your bare body, anything. You'll stay up.
Who's nuts now?
My neighbors must think I'm weird.
And I thought about that because I have the binoculars and it literally was right up the building. So all you had to do when I walked out the screen door was look straight up.
She was trying to look in the neighbor's window.
And that's what I was hoping. I'm like, oh my god, I really.
Oh my god, George, come look at this. George, you'll never believe what Martha's doing on the 3rd floor.
Shut up, you stupid human. Oh, God. Whatever. At least I can eat and not get food on my clothes, okay?
This was an accident.
It's always an accident.
And, for somebody who always drops food and stuff on their shirt, you'd think I'd wear a different color than white.
But
I think I just accept it now. I'm like, whatever. It's going to happen.
There isn't a strong enough bleach to get your stains out.
Well, I got a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. She was
killing me in that mid skirt.
And we looked. It was funny. Black is for special occasions only. I used to wear black every day.
Or when I haven't washed all the white clothes.
I used to wear black every day. And if you ever saw me in another color, it was very strange. Everybody was used to seeing me black. There's this store called Champs. I don't know if you guys have one by you.
It's like a basketball sneaker store.
It's a sneaker
like
store
a sports sneaker store, yeah.
And they used to have these things called tall tees where, because I'm a taller guy, so normal length shirts don't really go long enough.
Bend over, you see the butt.
Right. So I always bought tall tees because they were taller, they more comfortable, they fit a little more appropriately, I felt. So I would buy them, but then they stopped selling them. So I had no source of shirts, zero. So I eventually found these, and these work good. They're a little short. They're not really tall, but I get them a little big than what they're supposed to be, so that the extra length goes down. That's fat people problems. All right, fat tall people problems. But anyway, so but the white is more accessible, so I do white now. And I'm not a big style person. I'm trying to get better at it, but one, I don't want to spend the money on new clothes, and two, I don't know. But so I really don't want to think about what I'm going to wear that day. I just go take it out. Jeans, white t-shirt, simple, done. They have all my fat and tall needs. I shouldn't say that. There are options, but I don't want to spend $60 on a shirt. I get like 5 of these for $20 or something. That's dandy. If they go to crap in a couple of months, I'll buy more. No, it really doesn't matter to me. And before I forget, I just wanted to say thank you to all new subscribers. Especially thank you to the guy or woman, whoever it was that just subscribed. Do you know why they deserve a special thank you? We had 666 subscribers. Mary is a very superstitious person, and so when we look, we don't really, we check it like once a day maybe just to see what's going on, and she looks at it and she's oh my god, because I knew it was gonna happen, and
I knew it was gonna happen.
And then like a minute or two after we looked, that person subscribed. I don't remember their name, but that person subscribed. We're like, oh, 667. Okay, we're good.
Oh
we're
my
good to go.
God. I was screaming, God, please, someone help me. And then all of a sudden, like you said, like 2 minutes later, it popped up and I go, I can't.
Okay.
But I knew it was going to happen and I was afraid. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to get to that number. It's going to sit there and I'm scared. And it did for I don't know how long, but as long as I know it's 5 minutes, I'll take it.
See?
Stop it. No.
Yes, I am. I wouldn't even. I'm not really a cheap guy, actually. You can ask Mary or Bella or most people that know. I'm not a cheap guy when it comes to other people. When it comes to me,
see,
I don't spend any money. I spend as low as possible. But Mary wants this, Mary wants that. She wants a nice purse. She wants a nice
why do you gotta use me?
Well,
why
or Bella, or like Bella, anything.
Okay, I will fix that for him. I'm fixing it for you.
But that's
okay,
what it is.
It's more of we feel the need to purchase more for the kids than we do for us. Like sometimes we'll buy 1 or 2 things for ourselves or for each other, but for the most part, most of our money goes to the kids or stuff like that. You're a darnest liar.
No, if I would rather buy something nice for Mary than I would rather buy Mary a nice shirt than buy myself a nice shirt. Luckily,
he's fun. Terrible too. It's happening.
I would rather spend $100 on a shirt for Mary than myself. If I bought it for myself, I feel guilty or whatever. If I bought it for Mary, it wouldn't really affect me that much. But what did I drop on my shirt? Well, that's confidential. Okay.
Yeah, can't tell you.
It's a special proprietary blend for French fry dipping. Now, it's probably the best French fry dip you'll ever have. Now, do you really want to know what it was? Well, I'm not going to tell you because it's the bomb. It's just ketchup and mustard mixed together in equal portions, and it's delicious.
And it has to be specifically equally portioned. Otherwise, it's not right.
It is a little mustard, a little ketchup, and fry. Now, the trick is you have to get equal portions, put them together, and then this is very important. You have to take the French fry and stir. You can't use your finger or anything because you need the salt and the grease from the French fry to go into the mixture. That is where the secret is. It's in the French fry.
I think the medicine is gotten to me. I'm sorry, guys. And then he makes fun of me when I put mustard and mayonnaise on my cheeseburger.
That's very odd.
No, it's very delicious.
It's very odd.
Even mustard and mayonnaise with chicken is delicious as well. I definitely like mustard and mayonnaise mixed together on my cheeseburgers and with chicken nuggets. That's delicious.
The only thing I like mayonnaise with, this is probably a little disgusting to some, but I like to get spicy gabagool,
Capicola.
It's gabagool.
Okay, well, not everybody knows what that
Everybody knows what gabagool is.
You
all
want
right?
to do? Were you ready for the? Come on, do still. Come on.
Can I finish my story?
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh.
Do you swirl your mustard or limes on your food? No, I don't do that. I every once in a while I'll make like a little face or something. Yes, I'm very childish. What was I saying now? I forget.
You were talking about the gabagool, but the capicola. Go ahead.
I take the gabagool
Capicola.
and mayonnaise, and then I just take slices of gabagool, dip it in the mayonnaise.
You
Yes.
guys get 10 points if you figure out who that originally came from.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say. Don't say it. 10 points. Whoever actually guesses who that originally came from.
The idea came from me from a show that I watched.
Stop it. You're giving way too much information.
A show?
It's a show. Fine. It's a show.
I mean, how many shows are there?
All right. We'll leave it as a show. Are you going to do still now?
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm in the middle of a conversation.
You should do still. Come on.
No.
Do it.
No.
Come on.
No, and no spicy mustard. Anthony Bourdain?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Come
I
on.
don't even know who that is.
I don't either. Come on.
No, I'm not a big fan of spicy mustard.
Dijon mustard?
I don't really like it.
I do.
The only thing,
I like it
let
on
me
my-
think if I put it on anything.
No.
No.
I like it on my hot dogs and stuff like that.
I shouldn't say every once in a while I'll put it on a hot dog. It's not really.
I like it.
I don't know.
Or the deli spicy mustard with the
on
little
my
red
hot
things
dogs,
inside.
Mary here introduced me to it. Is the sabrette onion?
Well, to be fair, I actually made it for you the first time,
whatever.
and then
She puts it. It's onions, ketchup, mustard,
no mustard.
barbecue sauce. Ketchup and barbecue sauce mixed
Now
together.
it's a mixture between the ketchup and the barbecue sauce. It has to be specifically mixed a certain type of way, or it just doesn't
If
work.
your local grocery store has sabrette, push onion deli, push style onion thingies, midgigs. I forget what the heck they call it.
What are you talking about?
The onions, what are they called? They're called push cart style onions or whatever.
Diced onions.
They're in a jar. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. And usually, because Publix doesn't have it, only Walmart has it. So we have
This sabrette onion sauce. This stuff
What
is
does that say?
delicious.
push cart style. Okay. The children, Lucky's a little out of, get him his cup of water. Lucky's just not happy with anything. He's very, very miserable today. He hasn't stopped whining and crying since the moment he woke up. Sounds just like that, like full on hysterical crying, whining. Yeah. Be right back.
Uh-oh. Yes. So, you're taking away my onions?
You want them still?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me
So
to get a spoon?
These are what you want to buy, put on your hot dogs. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's delicious. Actually goes good on hamburgers, sausage, like any grill style food. It's really good. It's probably very unhealthy. No, only 10 calories per serving. What? No sugar. Well, 2 grams of sugar. It's not actually. Eat them now. Why? I do eat onions like I can. I don't really do it, but I eat raw onions kind of like an apple. I think I've done it on this channel at some point. I'm sure it's somewhere in the last 2 years of videos.
He made me do it.
Mary did it once too. It was pretty funny.
He
But,
forced
like-
me to do that. It was disgusting.
To make another stain on your shit. You know, if I did start eating these with a spoon, I would bet money that I would get it on my shirt. Even not even trying to. It's just I'm very bad because I don't. My problem is I don't like sit into the table. You know, like you're supposed to.
Straight
I
up.
kind of
He
like
slouches.
slouch like this,
Mhm.
and then I bring the food up. So I always drop stuff all over myself. But I'm trying. I'm getting better. I'm adjusting my eating parameters, so to speak. Just like I changed how I eat as far as fork and knife. It drives me crazy, but it's actually a lot easier. And what?
Makes me nuts.
Like I properly hold a fork and knife now. You know, put it upside down. You just like that. It drives Mary nuts, but it's easier. It looks better. and it slows me down. I'm
Who,
a very,
who looks at, what do you mean looks better? Who's looking
it
at the
looks
way you
good.
eat?
I don't know, people.
Who's looking at the way you eat?
Everyone's like, oh my God, that's Matt. And they go, oh my God, he
Okay.
eats like that? No, but seriously, and it slows me down. I'm a very, very fast eater, and
Yes, he's always been
I
very fast at eating.
I try and slow down because I'm trying to get healthier, one.
All while I'm eating Cheez-Its.
Right. Trying to get healthier, one, and two, the faster you eat, the more you can eat. Obviously, everyone knows that. So the slower I eat, the less I eat. And I've been trying to drink a lot more water. What are you doing? I try and drink a lot more water now, which I've been doing like the last month or something. It helps fill up faster because, man, I can eat. I'm sure a lot of people can eat, but I can eat. Take me to like all you can eat sushi buffet. Oh, forget about it.
I know. It's bad.
Water is God. No, water is H2O. If you meant to say water is good, it's okay. It's not that great. It's not all it's cracked up to be. I don't care what anybody says. It's not that delicious. Everyone goes, "Oh my God, water's so delicious." No, like really hot outside, you're sweating, and like nothing quenches your thirst like ice cup of water. Yes, I agree. But like, if I'm sitting at home watching a movie, no, I don't want water. I want a nice cola. Meaning the beat for you. Meaning randomness. I'm having real trouble following what you're saying.
Meaning
right now.
the best for you.
Oh, the best for you. I got you. Yes.
You're confusing Matt. It doesn't take a lot though.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. My if you care about my work situation, my schedule changed. I went from Tuesday to Saturday to Sunday to Thursday. So we're on the tail end of my 10-day work week here. So I'm getting a little tired. And I've been working overtime and stuff. So I'm a little tired. So I'm a little
Delirious.
delirious. In case you haven't noticed.
Honey,
Hmm.
can I buy some?
So tail end, yeah, we have.
Can I get a new puppy?
Any
Can I
update
buy
on
a
wedding
bunny?
plans? Mary is in the very beginnings of budget and venue thing. She's trying to figure out. She's trying to figure out the best venue she can get for her dollar.
Well,
Right,
see.
man.
All right. So if you want the whole update thought theory here, my theory here is
Put the lotion in the basket.
my theory is renting a vacation house.
No. Can I take over? She's totally watching it. Man.
No, I'm not. That was you. She asked what wedding update plans were while you. What? Go ahead.
Nope.
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 Yep. Do it.
All right. We were looking at venues like actual like ballrooms or wedding halls. Mary was. I was offering support and input, which is always appreciated. And we found that maybe it'd be a little more cost effective, and we'll still get not everything we want, but most things we want if we like rented a oversized house, like I wouldn't say a mansion, but like a bigger house, like a few thousand square foot house.
Yeah,
for like 4 to 6 days for a day to get there and kind of relax, and then another day or so to set up, a day for the ceremony, and a day or two after, so we can get the location we want. We can get a nice looking area, like we could find a house with a view of some sort. So I think we're going to go that route, and then maybe if there are rooms and stuff for people to come into, we can everybody can save money on hotels and stuff like that, because everyone can sleep in the house instead of everybody spending all this money on hotels and crap.
Yeah, so it's
we thought it was a great idea too.
Yeah, because
it was my idea, by the way. Just saying.
Lies.
It was.
Lies.
It was so my idea.
So woke up one morning and said, "Picture this.
No.
Here's this idea. I have that."
No. We're not having any of this. We're not having any of it.
Lying poop face.
No.
Pooper liar.
It was
liar.
It was totally my idea. It was my. I was
swear.
I
Where
swear,
was there?
I was like, why don't we?
Tell me-
This is how the
This is
this
the truth. Tell me the truth.
it went.
Do my notes.
Why?
Tell me the truth. Come on, do it.
Why don't we, instead of renting a venue, why don't we rent like a big house? I'm not lying. I'm telling you, it was my idea.
Anyway, whose ever idea it was. But we were thinking,
No, don't. You can't take her side. It's just not allowed.
because there's
Definitely my idea.
this app that I found.
There's an app for that.
It's VRBO, and it's basically they have all kinds of houses, huge houses, like monstrosity houses that hold like 18 people. But
Sorry.
why does the cold make you pee?
I think it just makes you shiver.
And all that water that you're drinking. So we're thinking that, but I have to find a house that I guess not designed, but theming correctly.
A house we like.
A house we like that has my theme correct going around, and a backyard big enough to where I could do like ceremony outside, and then and receptions in the exact same area, but when we're there, we would then like rent, if it doesn't already have something similar to that, like an arch, like rent an arch, and some tables and chairs. And I can't imagine it would be all that expensive to rent some stuff.
We looked at like venue prices and stuff. It was like, a few $100s for a little one to like, freaking crazy expensive. But, stuff more affordable is like, a few $100s, and all you get is like a little, what I mean? Like a little garden area with a little archway, and it's like $600, and that includes like 10 chairs and 2 hours. So I was like, well, for $800, we could probably find a decent house in a decent location and rent it for a few days and do it the way we want. And that, that doesn't even include like a reception hall or this or that. So let's say even if the house costs, I don't know what, like $1,000 for like 3 days, right? We have 3 days, 1 day to get there and set up, and then 1 day for the wedding and the reception, which is all you need, and then another day to just kind of hang out and chill. So you get 3 days of wedding and relaxation, and you pay the same for a wedding venue for like 4 hours. Like,
right. And then on top of that, we can find a local like mom and pop place, have it catered, whatever food in the air, and which part of the day that we want to have catered.
And we'll tell them it's just for a party, because it's not.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say the word wedding. You say the word wedding, it all goes downhill from there.
And we wouldn't have to hire a photographer. I'm a great photographer.
You can't photographer and take photos of you getting married.
Sure, I can. Watch.
All right.
No, but honestly, so our wedding, we haven't made any strides as far as reserving a house or anything like that. But we are looking.
It's a scratch. Can't get it out.
Yeah, I know. There's a little scratch on my hand. We're looking at renting a house. Location-wise, we're not really sure yet. We're thinking maybe. I don't mean to be nosy. You're allowed to be nosy. You're allowed to be. It's okay.
No. I'm thinking of what I would genuinely really, really like, and I know this is mountains. And what I would really like is a huge yard, with overlooking the mountains and everything as a view, or like stream or river, or.
I mean, we haven't talked about this.
Outdoorsy.
We haven't talked about this, but I'm thinking Mary would be happy with. Let me just paint a little picture here. All right. Now she's gonna tell you if she likes it or not. All right. There's a barn, right? Just a barn, and there's barn doors on one side, barn doors on the other side. There's hay on the left and right side, bales of hay, right? And then in the center is a little archway. There's hay and crap all over the floor, like a barn, right? There's an archway with a little pedestal thing that we stand on, and they do their whole thing. But in the background is just mountainscape, forest and mountains, and sun is shining, and you do the little thing. And then off to the right, there's a gazebo with a little party reception area and a little DJ and we party until the sun goes down, and that's it.
perfect.
See?
Except
Wedding
one thing.
plan.
Except one thing.
What?
I don't want to walk on hay. I want it off to be the side. I don't want to
Well,
get hay stuck
whatever.
all over my
That's
dress.
semantics.
But that's yes. But whatever. Yes.
I will shoot video at the for food. You work for food? Awesome.
Yes.
My kind of guy.
Yes.
Yeah, Mary's a big fan of,
Yeah.
and we're going to try and transform the house this year into something like that. Mary's a big fan of rustic. Now, her interpretation of rustic isn't what she wants, but it's more of like old style country type housing. Like she likes like the light grayish woods, the white woods, the light brown woods, and like woodsy artsy fartsy crap everywhere.
There's no artsy fartsies. I don't want artsy fartsies.
You know what I mean? So she likes
where
that.
you walk in and you feel comfortable. You feel I don't know. It makes you kind of just feel at home and
Yo,
not.
what up, homie?
But yes, that is the plan for.
So we're looking
in
the northern. I mean, we don't want it to be a long trip for everybody. Like we always talk about, not really inconveniencing everybody for our wedding, but we somewhere like Georgia, Tennessee, somewhere right in there, somewhere within like a comfortable driving distance. I ain't flying.
And it's more also because I don't want to go too far, because we're going to have, I'm going to be making a lot of things. I'm going to be, ordering a lot of things that are going to be mine. And,
that was another, like,
we're going to have carrying all this stuff. Yes, my truck can handle it all, and I probably can fit everything, but I still have to take the kids with me. So, I mean, probably not going to.
That was another. One of the issues we ran into. I was actually saving this whole conversation for another video, but since you asked, whatever. Is if we plan a wedding out of state, out of this local area right here, one, we don't know who has good food, right?
Well, we can find a mom and pop of food somewhere.
It doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
Well,
you don't know any good food places. It's hard. I mean, I've never planned a wedding before, but everyone says it's hard to coordinate a wedding. So I'm assuming coordinating a destination wedding is going to be difficult.
No, see, wait, can I pause you for a moment?
I mean, it should be as easy as like, hey, mom and pop grocery shop.
No, wait,
can you please deliver this food to this address at this time?
Listen, now wait, I can't. I feel like it's not going to be difficult if we go that route, because you don't have to have, who's going to be decorating? Who's going to be getting the food? Who's going to be doing the flowers? Who's going to be doing I'm going to be doing it all. See what I'm saying? Where it's all going to be me. Wait, hold on. It's all going to be me organizing this throughout the rest of the year. So each,
Diana says she'll cook.
No. Can you make, what's that? What is my favorite?
Can you make escarole beans?
No.
Can you make menegot?
Oh, see, public stuff. See, that's where I was getting to. You're trying to create a kid. In my mind, I'm creating a kid's birthday party. In my mind, a big fancy cake. See, now before we started these YouTube videos and everything, and before I started letting all of you guys into our lives and to see what was going on, I used to go crazy for Bella's birthday party, where I had a 3-tier cake. I had decorations galore. I had bounce houses and water slides, and I did all this stuff, and I invited all these people and made all these foods. And remember we made Jello squares that were blue that looked like ice for frozen.
We threw a frozen party, and we made ice. We made ice cubed Jello. We made a frozen blue coconut water.
That was from Sonic. You ever have the ocean water from Sonic? That's what it was. So, we can create it. We've done it before. It's going to be a little bit.
Diana, we cannot have a barbecue company. Do you know why? Totally ruin my tuxedo.
Yeah, we cannot have barbecue sauce. Right. See, so that's I'm trying to create that. So I've done it before. Do not go under there. Are you out of your mind? Yeah.
You're gonna find water under the desk?
She's talking to me. So that's where my brain is. So if I can create a birthday party that, everyone's happy, everyone's fed, and things are I can do all that. Go on Pinterest. I can create all this stuff over the year to get to where we are, where we need to be, what I'm doing. If I can do that, then I can do this.
Yeah, I see Bella. Hey, Bella, we see you.
I see you.
We see you.
See all my magnets on my fridge.
So yeah, we're still
So
we're still in the planning stage. Like we're just
right.
getting the general gist of what we want, and then we're probably going to proceed with that within the next couple weeks. Like we're not like getting married tomorrow, so we haven't really pressed the issue. We just kind of had light conversations about it.
And again, I'm not as a child, a little person.
You let me go on the
a little
internet
kid.
like this?
You know, I've been wanting to cut your hair whenever you're ready, dude. You know, a little girl, you know, your dream is to have this big elaborate wedding, and you know, yes, would that little person all the way back there say yes? But at this point, I have everything. I have everything that I want. I have, you know, my life. I have everything in my life that I want and I need.
Everything.
Yes. So I don't need a giant elaborate wedding. It's more of I want it to be. I'm going to invite people. They want to come. They come. If they don't want to come, then that's fine. I save half of a public sub. So it's cool.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Public subs are the bomb.
They are amazing. They're probably the best subs. Well, except for Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's got a pretty good sub.
No. Publix, like, think of a Subway sub, right? But then times it by like 300, you get a Publix sub. Just have good helpers. That may be difficult.
That may be a little difficult.
None of our family lives up here, and we don't really have.
I don't have helpers.
We don't have helpers.
Yeah, I don't have helpers. So it's really going to be, and that's kind of where
sub number one.
This is kind of where Buffalo the whole chicken. Idea of this, the wedding itself is being planned around for us. It's not for anyone else. It's not to make anyone else happy or anything like that. And that's why I said who comes, and who doesn't. I know that sounds really awful, but
we don't know a lot of people anyway. It's probably going to be honestly probably under 20 people.
I mean, we're doing this for us, and we're obviously 2 people get married because it's 2 people, not 30 other people. So I'm trying.
I mean, technically we're married anyway.
I mean, yes, by the state of Florida, yes. But
Italian sub.
I don't know about the bacon. I don't know about the bacon.
My favorite is, to deter the conversation for a second, my favorite is turkey, lettuce, a whole onion.
Where it smells like an onion when you pick it up.
Salt and pepper, oil and vinegar, done. Boom. But if I really want to treat myself, buffalo chicken sub with extra buffalo sauce. So when you bite in, it's just all running down your mouth. Oh my God, it is delicious.
Saucy.
My wife sits on my... What? Okay, we're not talking about that. I don't even know how to respond to that. Anyway, so yeah, that is what's happening with that. We did general conversations about it, and so soon we'll be making strides towards actually.
So if you guys have any ideas, Diana, definitely, if you have any ideas or anything, let me know. I have no idea randomness. I don't know how to even remove it. Is there a way to remove it? I don't even know. So it's fine. So yeah, totally lost train of thought, to be fair.
There you go. There you go. Problem solved.
All right, there you go. So yeah, I mean, back to what I was saying before. I'm
Mary's so flustered now.
I don't even know what happened. I'm really confused. Okay, so hold on. Where we were. Okay, so the intentions are, yes, I'm gonna make my own bouquets, and I'm actually thinking, my bouquet actually is, I'm thinking my 2 roses. I'll create those into maybe fake flowers. I don't think I was going to use real flowers. I think I was going to use fake flowers so that I can actually
create.
The
ambiance was hay and wood.
Well, you have to have a right. So okay. I'm thinking.
Sorry, I was still thinking about the comment.
I know. I'm also getting ideas, and I'm looking on, because this one particular man has had me intrigued for God knows 5 years.
David Totoro.
He is phenomenal. And if I could have him knock on my door and say, I will plan your wedding for you, I might cry until the wedding day and then cry some more. But that's besides the
Maybe
point.
you can win it like Publishing Clearinghouse when they come up to your door and go, you just won $5,000 for life.
Oh, shut up. No, but he...
It's tonight the theme to everyone to wear white.
Yes.
We did it by accident.
No, we did. Well, Matt,
he's
usually, not wearing white. He's wearing yellow and white.
I usually always wear white. Mary's supposed to offset me. Today she's like, oh, we're going to blend together. You're way ahead of time. So that's great. Yeah.
Yes. And I can actually, after the wedding, instead of throwing it away because they're going to die, I can actually get a really pretty vase and just have them forever. And they don't die. I have them forever.
Mary's how can I say
You're going to
this?
not say anything at all, and you're just going to be quiet.
Mary likes to keep a lot of things.
I keep sentimental things
like
that mean something to me.
She still has Bella's diaper cake from her baby shower party before she was born, almost 8 years now. And it's sitting in the closet in a garbage bag.
Randomness, be quiet!
Pack rat, yeah. Sitting in the closet in a garbage bag, and she still has it. Now, I understand it's cute, it's this, that, but at what point...
That scared me with that background.
What point do you... Honestly, tell me, at what point do you actually get rid of these things? Like,
I don't know.
Like, I understand why you're keeping it. It's meaningful. So, but at what point do you really need to keep it? Like, it's just there now.
See, a memory box for you. See, yeah.
But, like, what am I supposed to do with this cake?
Okay,
this
so
diaper
here we
cake
go.
is like,
so wait a minute.
Wait, is like this wide, right?
Okay, no, but
this,
now, okay, when we first started dating, okay, we used to go to a specific restaurant bar place, and we would hang out, and then we would, have drinks together or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, we need a storage unit, probably a storage lot.
So I don't want to hear it. Oh wow. Look, monsters are gonna come for you.
Honestly, do you guys? Now, if my mom's still in here, I know she would be in this conversation. My mom literally has a garage. Now she had 5 children growing up, so she literally has a garage full of first grade like paintings and little artsy fartsy things you did in art class in elementary school. She has this, she has that. She literally had everything from our childhood. Now, as cute as that is, what?
It's just what we do.
You're digging a grave with your... No, Mary loves when I talk about this stuff.
I mean, genuinely,
I just don't...
I'm at this point where I don't care, and I do what I want, and if I want to keep Bella's art papers for 20 years, then that's what I'm going to do. It's just...
But at what...
I don't know. Just... when we're 50, 60, 70 years old and the kids are gone and, they're out, I want to be able to open up the box and look, oh, you remember Bella did this, you remember Bella did that, or look at what Lucky drew, or, look what Lucky made in school, or, whatever. And yes, it's fantastic that we have these videos to look back on in 50 years. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ever disappear.
Well, we actually saved, we have hard drives that we actually saved all these videos to. So,
right.
Honestly, we're going to have them forever. And that
so what is the difference?
The reason we started doing this was because I felt, and it's the reason we started this was I felt that we weren't.
He's always trying to change.
No, it's the same subject. I felt like we weren't remembering Bella's childhood enough. Like we barely took any pictures. We never recorded anything. We're always so busy. We never did.
And I am genuinely upset that I didn't do that for the beginning of Lucky's life and Bella's life. I am really genuinely sad about that.
It's probably one of our biggest regrets is that we didn't document their life as thoroughly as we should. Hey, we were really young when we had Bella. I was 18. I think Mary was 19 or 20. And life was very, very, very busy at the time. Like we were, just getting our feet on the ground as kids. We had a lot of personal family things going on at the time. So it was very, very busy. So we kind of, I wouldn't say we didn't miss it, but we were kind of, we don't have really anything. We have very little pictures of Bella as a baby. We have her first steps, kind of.
I did record them on my phone and put them on the computer, and someone deleted file A.
Yeah, we had a
So
computer
all the
malfunction.
photos, all the pictures of Bella's rolling over, Bella taking her first step, Bella doing all these little first things, and they're gone. So,
See,
besides the
hold on.
point.
Let's check out. Let's follow these. Son's 36. He drew. She saw his picture. Pictures I don't mind. It's the things that take up a lot of space. Like
Eventually,
the diaper
I
thing.
might get rid of the diaper case. Give me a break.
See, and point proven. I gave it to him now. He has them in the attic. So,
But do you see that it's boiling point where Mary's going to ranch? Bring it on.
Right.
Keep bringing it on,
and
buddy.
Daniel says my grandfather has 2 homes on his property. He has a whole house full of historic items that my family has. Some days we're gonna have to. That's what I'm saying. Like he has a whole house full of things from your family. Like, but
Yes.
what? No. Do people really care about those things? Like, is Bella gonna care about her diaper cake when she gets older? No.
Probably not.
You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna die. She's gonna find it in the attic, and then she's gonna throw it out.
Probably.
That's what's gonna happen.
And that's okay because
It was 26 this morning in North Carolina. I would love it.
see, I was thinking about doing a North Carolina, South Carolina thing. I was thinking of that.
Yeah,
That's an idea.
I think they got mountains in the Carolinas. We
Mhm.
could do that, or Tennessee,
I was thinking
somewhere
about that.
right in the southeast region, just
We
out
are
of
all
Florida.
over the board tonight, aren't we?
Oh man, and it's 8 degrees in Toronto. I would love it. Any snow?
Goodness.
Snow, bring it on. And yes, randomness. We back up our videos to we bought hard drives every so often when they get filled up. I think we're up to 2 terabytes of stuff. So yes, we do back them up. Other than YouTube.
Yes.
My only fear with all of this is hard drives do fail, they stop working, so on and so forth. So I don't know what to do about that, so to speak, but I've been thinking about what I should do because it would be very devastating to record all this, record everyone's lives,
YouTube
only to have
explodes.
YouTube explode and then our hard drives fail. I would feel very upset because this has been a little bit of a personal project of mine to try and record our lives as we grow up. Because I like those things. Because it's nice to be able to go and say, hey, you remember this time at SeaWorld and we took the picture in the globe and, oh, Lucky was 2. That was sad. Oh, we had such a fun time that day. It's nice to be able to look back on those things. It's even better to be able to watch them, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely, I agree. Like, I get a lot of things on Facebook memory. She's good. She's smart.
Bella's a big snacker. Snake sounds. Takes snacks all day.
She's sad.
She thinks
Like,
we don't know, but we know.
Yeah.
See her.
And she thinks that we don't. She
sneaks into the kitchen, gets snacks all day, and then she'll wake up real early in the morning and she'll cook herself a full breakfast. She'll eat, and then when Mary gets up, she'll ask Mary to make her food too. Bella likes to eat. That's all there is to it. She likes to eat.
Yeah, I wish Lucky liked to eat. Yeah, see, like that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel as though I need that. Like, I need to have pictures and videos of my kids because, I need to watch them grow. Because eventually, even 5 years ago, there's not everything that I remember 5 years ago, and I wish I did. I wish I had.
We got kind of stuck into a little binge watch of our own channel when Lucky first started walking. And we're like, oh, that's so cute. Like, even, and that was only a year ago. And then we're like, oh, that's so cute. It makes you wish that you could go back in time and relive those moments.
Right. Can we just jump into that video?
We can through the computer, but it's not the same. Like, I can't believe how fast everything just kind of flies by. Like, he's already 2, almost 3. He's starting talking now. Like, I was talking to him on the phone. It was real cute. Bella is starting to get her own personality, and which is whatever.
Scary, but
it's like she's becoming a more of a young human. Like she's a lot more independent now. She's a lot more a person. Which is awesome to see him grow up. But it's also very sad because you miss the little chunk.
Yes, and I do. Like
you don't miss the whining though. That you'll never.
And like, even though you kind of like, well, Lucky did this, but Bella did this way. Well, Lucky did it this way, and now you try to remember: did Bella ever act like that, or did Bella
Bella never really went through like a terrible twos like Lucky. Like Lucky's
she did more of like a maniac 4.
You know what I think Lucky's problem is, honestly? I think it's he's 2, so he's figuring out. He knows he wants things. He knows he wants to do things, but Lucky, like Bella, could talk a lot more than Lucky can at this age, and
he
he's
was
having
born
trouble.
a month early.
Right, but he's having trouble communicating and telling you what he wants. So he just sits there and whines and screams, and you're like, "What do you want? What do you what?"
And it's more
and
of,
he
no, no,
yeah,
no.
and sometimes he'll actually pull you and point to something, which is very helpful. But other times he'll just sit there and be like,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah, I've yelled at Bella, like, dude, listen, you're 7. You are not 18 years old. You might want to put
you better
a
check
sock in
yourself
it.
before you wreck yourself, fool.
You better put a sock in it, young lady, because I've told her and I've yelled at her. Listen, dude, you're 7. I am the parent. You are not the adult. You better step back.
Which is it's a growing thing. You know, they start becoming more independent, so they feel like they have more power.
Testing.
Little do they know.
Ooh.
Bring that smack down.
And I am not, and I was never a fan of hitting. I never really hit. It was more of my voice and my body language was more scareful than my hands. And I was not the one to raise my hands. Sometimes they
You
get
ever hear a New Yorker scream inside? It's eardrum shattering. Let me tell you.
except I can't hear out of this ear
Probably
right
she
now.
probably made herself deaf.
Hi. So I've screamed to the point where it's like, who do you think you are? Like, I am going to lock you in your room until you turn 21 and feed you through the door.
Mary's Diana said she took her TV and phone because she got sad. Mary's we did the phone. The phone never really affected her so much, but
the iPad never affected her.
The one that really irks her, puts her pains in a bunch, gets her all. You take away her Fortnite, and then all of a sudden, that's the only one that works.
Yep.
Like TV shouldn't care, iPhone doesn't care, iPad, whatever.
You have to have something to get them to realize. And like I said, I mean, sometimes I'll smack when we're, Lucky's hand or Lucky's butt or Bella's butt. If like I've had it, I'll smack. But it's never actually like a beating or what.
It's more like an attention grabbing smack.
Like hey, focus. Right. So it's
snap
never,
out of it, bro.
There's never welts of my fingers or scars. So I'm not a person to hit.
One time, Mary dislocated Bella's shoulder.
Okay, it was a complete accident, you butthole.
No, good. It's a quick funny story. We were at La Granja. It was like a quick service, like Mexican restaurant type thing in Palm Beach County. The food there is awesome. It's super cheap too. Like all 4 of us could eat. 3 of us could eat for $15. Yeah, it was awesome. But one time, Bella was having a little meltdown. Let me tell you. She was holding on to the railing, right? And Mary was trying to go to the counter to order the food, and she wouldn't let go. And she's like, she wouldn't let go. She wouldn't let go. So Mary pulled her, and we didn't know. She just like that. And then, so she's sitting there for like an hour, crying. We thought she was just having a little thing.
No, I knew something was wrong.
After dinner, it was like, okay, something must be wrong. So I had to go do something for work. So we drove down to where I needed to be for work, and Mary goes, I gotta leave you. I'm gonna go to the hospital. So she went to the hospital. It turned out Mary actually dislocated her shoulder, right?
I think it was her elbow. I think
it was her shoulder or elbow.
And she was about 2.
And she wasn't really in pain. Like
but
she wasn't like
wouldn't
screaming.
Like pick it up or move it. It was more of like
she was just kind of sitting there, kind of.
Yeah.
That was it. Like you would think she was just having a bad day, and luckily she did go to the hospital because who knows, she might still be walking around. My grandfather turned 91 and he's interested in family events. He became independent at age 16 till World War II changed his life, survived a plane crash over the Pacific, and surpassed the lung cancer.
Whoa.
Well, that's awesome. Good for him.
That is fantastic. I only hope I get halfway through that.
She used the "not my mother." Oh, I told her, as long as you live with me, you do as I say. Perfect response. Awesome.
Ooh. But she's gonna put me in a coffin.
We're coming to Disney in July. Hopefully, we won't run into you guys. Well, if you're in the Magic Kingdom between the hours of 4:30 a.m. and 12 p.m., you may see me there. Will you recognize me? I don't know, because I'll be dressed up as
Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket. So yeah.
Yeah, let us know. Remind us when you're coming.
Yeah. I do walk around the park occasionally. I'm more of a behind the scenes type guy, but if I do go on stage occasionally when the guests are there. So if you happen to be there and you see me, feel free to come say hello.
Hi.
Not you. I see you every day. Hello.
I don't want to talk to you. See you anyway.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. So it's been time. It's been trying. She's kind of like, I would say, the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, she's actually pushed this where, like, she sees how Matt and I talk to each other, and she thinks that she can talk to me that way, and she can play with me and joke with me. But there's that moment where it's not funny anymore, and it's hard because
we've been making these videos for about almost 2 years now, and I know a few of you in here now have been watching our videos for quite some time. So if you haven't realized, I'm very sarcastic. I joke a lot. It's mostly you never take anything I say seriously.
No.
Mary is very good at figuring out when I'm joking and when I'm not. Bella is, and it's not fair to her. But she's still having trouble figuring my tones out, so to speak. And I try when I'm dealing with her. I try and make it a little more clear. But it's just how I talk. I talk in a very level, keen, monotone type voice. I try. So when I'm talking to her, I try and decipher because I do joke.
Can you give him something?
I do
Maybe
joke.
A paper and a crayon.
I do joke a lot. So when I'm trying to be stern or, forceful with her, it's a little difficult, and it's not really her fault, so to speak. But it's more me. And Matt's sarcastic. Who would know? But like I said, Mary's very good at that. Bella's figuring it out. But but one thing that does work, and it's always worked, because the kids never hear me scream, never yell, never.
She's coming. Don't tell your secrets.
Never raise my voice. So when I do raise my voice,
everybody runs.
Mary will confirm this. Everyone stops and looks at me every time.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as everything stops, and they both look at me, because Mary's always yelling, and I've been telling her this forever. I said, "You keep yelling, they're going to just mute it, because it's going to just be noise to them."
Lucky moves when I yell. When I don't yell now, and I say stop, Lucky, please don't do that. Lucky, don't do that. Lucky, stop. And I'll repeat myself over and over again, and I'll finally say, Lucky, enough. And he'll go.
Yeah, but it's fun. It is funny because like they always, I usually always talk like this. I may get a little louder when I'm like joking around or playing, but it's usually always pretty.
There's a specific tone.
And
it's
then
a specific sound that comes out. And
when I raise my voice, everyone's like,
Bella actually cries. He scared me. Good.
and it's a good tactic for me. And Danny wants to know if we both have moderate patience. I have a lot more patience than Mary. Yeah.
Well, because I'm with them all day, every day, except for when Bella's at school.
I have a lot more patience with pretty much everything as far as
life.
I'm
not a patient person.
No,
I know.
The only
it's really
thing,
bad.
Honestly,
and I have to try, and I try to work on that. But yeah.
The only thing that really irritates me, like that I just like one of my biggest pet peeves is time. It's if like Mary takes forever to get ready, be late. Like we're supposed to be here at 10. If we're running late, I get very annoyed by that. That annoys me like that. And like doctor's office, your appointment's at 10:30. So if I show up at 10:20 and I'm there for my 10:30 appointment at 10:20 and you don't see me till 11:15, I'm already really pissed off by the time I get there. So don't make my appointment for 10:30 if you know you can't see me until 11. Make it for 11 and I'll show up at 10:15 and I'll be there at 11. Like it's just that kind of thing really annoys me. What? But other than that, I really do have a lot of patience with just about everything. But the time thing annoys me. Somebody tells me to be there at 10. Trust me, I'm going to be there at 10. If I'm late, it's really beyond something out of my control as far as like traffic or something crazy like that. But I'm punctual 99% of the time. So when things aren't run like that for me, I get pretty annoyed. Like we make breakfast reservations, dinner reservations, stuff at Disney for like special events for our family. We have never been on time for one of them. Not one. Do you know whose fault that is?
It's my fault. You want to know why it's my fault?
Oh, here we go.
You want to know
I got
why
to
it's
take
my
care of the
fault?
kid, get the kids right. Blah, 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 blah. No. Always pay close attention to the calm and patient one. When they break loose, same way quiet and calm, but I push. That's the point when I explode. Yeah, and that I've learned to, how can I say it? I've learned to calm myself down because when I was younger, I had a real bad temper. My mom would agree with me on it. Real bad temper. So through the years, I've learned to simmer way down. And really now, the only way to really get me annoyed, like where I just freak out, man, and people like touch me or hit me or something like that. Other people can people can like scream and shout and say everything under the sun to me, and it's really not going to bother me. But as soon as you like get nah, it bothers me. But it's like
Like when I try to stop him in the kitchen and like, wait, or anywhere in the house, wait, stop. Like, no, stop letting me stop. Just let me walk. No, wait, hold on a minute. And I have to like, I corner him and I can't let him walk. He gets all flustered.
Yeah.
I do it on purpose.
But when I was really young, like I had a real bad temper. Like my brothers and I got fights all the time, and there was countless times where I'd be like so, my face was so red and I was screaming and hollering and whatnot. So I learned to calm down over things, which is why I'm always so calm and monotone because I just know that what
is my breaking point?
what is your breaking point?
I can't think of what I don't know.
Mary gets very annoyed with repetition. Like if she has to repeat herself over and over and over and over. That's I think one of her biggest pet peeves. Like really nothing really bothers her as far as like, 45 minutes. Oh, I'm 3 hours late to get here.
Oh, back to okay. You want to go back to there? Why?
Hold on.
Okay, finish.
No, I lost train of thought. Now go ahead.
Go ahead. 30, 45 minutes because we're late. Go ahead, continue. What really irritates me, hon?
When she has to repeat herself, that's her biggest pet peeve. Now go ahead.
Why we're late?
Oh, God.
Okay. Why we're late is because yes, probably got up a little too late because I was tired, and I'm allowed to be tired, or I took a little bit longer putting my face on and getting dressed, whatever. That's cool. But, the person who slept most of the time of me getting ready could have got up, could have got the kid, hey, Bella, put some clothes on, we're leaving. Change Lucky's diaper and put him in an outfit, because at that point, I got bags. I got to make sure that I have diapers in the bags and all this stuff in the bags for the kids. And, so I have to make sure that I have everything in the bags for the kids and stuff like that and make sure that I'm good for the day while he's sitting.
No. See?
But,
no. Honestly,
Bella, right or wrong?
No, honestly, this
nothing. Forget it.
This is my problem. This is my problem with that is Mary will spend.
Baby. Thank you.
Honestly, and I'm not saying I'm not talking bad, but she'll spend 45 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes getting ready to go to the store, like to Target. Nobody really gives a crap what you look like at Target. Nobody. So I'm supposed to do everything around the house while you spend all that time getting ready. It's just it just annoys me. Like everyone's kind of sitting and waiting for you to get ready, and you're taking all this time to get ready. That's really what annoys me. If she wanted me to do the kid, it doesn't really bother me. I'd do it, but she spends all that time, and then she complains that I'm sitting there, but she just spent all this time doing nothing. And then let's catch up. She said, see, I don't have any backup from her dad. I have opposite. He tells her, you don't have to do as Graham says. Just me, my daughter will come in from work and have my back on those things. See, Mary,
out. Go get.
Mary and I have been very, how can I say this? At first, we had problems with it, but Mary and I now have been very good at reinforcing what the other one says. Like, Mary will say this, and then I'll back her up. Now, we have been manipulated by the thing where she'll go ask Mary one thing, she'll get not an answer to her satisfaction, so then she'll come ask me, and I'll give her the answer she wants, and then she'll go do it. And then Mary will come out and be like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I told her she could. Yeah, but I told her not. So now we try and communicate as far as when Bella said, "Oh, hey,"
Or Matt just says, "Ask your mother."
that's usually my go-to. I'm not gonna lie, that's usually my go-to answer. She'll come up to me and go, "Hey, can I have a chocolate bar?" I'll say, "Go ask your mom," and she said, or I'll say either go ask your mom, or I'll say, "What did your mom say?" And if she doesn't say anything, or I look at her and I see her face change when I say, "What did your mom say?" I knew she said no. So it's we had a problem at first, new parents, young, figuring that out, but I think we do a pretty good job at it now, right? I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we do the same thing with Lucky, and and we try not to discuss. We try not to discuss. Don't look at them. They don't. We try not to discuss parental disagreements in front of them. We try our best. Sometimes it happens, but we try our best to discuss. Like if she says, "Oh, she shouldn't really be watching TV right now," or "She shouldn't be rewarded for that," and well, why not? That we'll either go outside and talk about it, or we'll talk about it later. Depending on the situation. But parental disagreements we try and do in quiet, like in private, so that like the child doesn't think the other parent's undermining the other parent, so to speak.
Daddy
Right?
always wins. Mom's the bad one.
No,
Mom's
I
the
don't always
bad.
win. I Mary's a little hot-headed when it comes to things, a little bit. So I think of things a little more rationally.
Because she likes to push me.
Yeah, I understand.
Like to push me.
But that's why I quote unquote win more. It's because Mary gets a little hostile and like
I don't get hostile.
She goes from 1 to 100 when it comes to like punishments. She's like Bella will say, "That's it. You're grounded for 3 weeks."
No.
That was dramatic, but it's like that. Like Mary will just put up with it, and then she'll get so annoyed that she'll just lay this like huge punishment down, and I'll be like, "No, we got to." Okay.
Well, it's more of now. I just give me what did you do yesterday that I took the controller away from her?
You asked her what happened.
She lied to me.
She lied.
See, that's my pet peeve. That right there. The lie. Don't. I can't even explain it. Don't lie to me. Don't lie. If you just tell me the truth, I will respect the fact that you told me the truth and I asked you and you told me. But if you lie and I ask you, "Are you sure?" and I saw you and I know you're lying, which I'm really good at determining if you're lying or not just by your face, that irks me. That makes the fire in my behind explode when you lie. I can't do.
I do have to say,
I'm sorry,
that Mary has gotten better at reading my face. Better, not great. Better.
Really good.
And when we first started dating, I told her this from the beginning.
Really
I said, it's going to be very hard to figure out what I'm thinking. I have trouble expressing myself. But my face
His face tells all.
Tells it all, but it's very subtle signs. But Mary's gotten pretty good. She can't figure it out yet, but like she knows when I'm annoyed. She knows when I don't care. She knows when I'm happy or angry, just based on my face. And I'm not talking about smiling or sad face or this.
No,
or that.
It's actually there's a
my face is all just like my voice. My face is always pretty standard. I do smile, but I don't really have a.
There's like a formula, if that makes sense. There's like a formula in his face, like his cheeks and his eyebrow go one way. It's just there's a formula, and I can't even explain it to you. But there's a formula to see.
And you can always tell when I'm really angry, when I have my little temper moment. And anybody that's close by can tell, because this vein right here, it literally starts pulsating.
Don't ever play poker with
him. You can see my neck shake like that. So that's my one thing that's very easy to tell. When I get very annoyed, my neck vein starts pulsating, and when that happens, Mary knows. Like one time, this guy cut in front of us, and it was a thing, man. We were there for like 8 hours waiting, and he just cuts right in front of us. I really wanted to tear the guy apart, but remember that guy?
No.
Jason!
Oh, that was the girl.
Yeah, this girl cuts in front of us, right? We were waiting for something for like 10, 12 hours. 10, 12 hours.
Like, you were waiting for fireworks to happen in Magic Kingdom.
10, 12 hours, and like 5 minutes before, this little girl, not a little girl, a little woman.
This woman, adult female, cut in front of us and stood in front of Bella.
Stood in front of Bella. Like
5 minutes before this fireworks started.
It's a little kid, right? She's like 4 foot tall. You're gonna stand in front of her, and like
Okay.
right before they start, she goes, "Oh, this is a good spot." And I said, "Excuse me." She goes, "Yeah."
You gotta stop tapping on that. It's you're
Sorry. I said, "We've been standing here for like 12 hours. You are not going to be standing there." And she goes, "What?" I said, "You're not going to stand there." I said, "You have to move." And then she goes, "Jason, Jason," because her
her
boyfriend's
boyfriend's standing there like this, like I ain't doing it. I
her
am not.
boyfriend's standing behind her. I turn around to look at Jason. I go, "No, you have to move." I want to make sure Jason was like some like 8 foot brick house. You know what I'm talking about? Once I knew I was bigger than him. He was a little small little guy. I was like, okay, we can take Jason down.
Like it's just
So
more
I turn around. I'm like, no, no. You guys are moving. We've been here we literally were there all day in the middle of the Castle Hub for the fireworks. We literally got there at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning.
it was wishes transferring over to happily ever after.
So like I was like, there's no way.
And
Boop, boop.
see,
You guys
we
go
have
boop, boop. Lot of curse words. Listen, I cursed a little bit, okay? So I was a little angry, and this little woman cut in front of me, and
she
I'm
was an adult person
an
like
adult-
me.
an
And she
adult
was
person
just
cut in front of me.
kids.
It's 12 hours in the sun. I was hot, hungry,
Hungry.
dehydrated. You are not going to stand there, all right? You're just not going to.
And the boyfriend's like, I really no,
It's good.
I don't want to.
So what I did was, being a big guy,
I hate when he does this.
I stood right in front of her like this, and I turned around and I looked at. I stood at her like this,
And he,
facing her.
imagine she's
And-
all like,
and she's a short little ditzy little girl. And then Jason,
and she's like, come over here, come stand next to me.
Something, Jason?
And he knew she was wrong. Like he knew, listen, what you're doing's wrong. He goes, I'm not gonna, and you could see his body language, like, I don't want to go over there. I know what you're doing is wrong. We just don't want to do that.
And I stood in front of her. Cut the long story short, I stood in front of her for like maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and then Jason. I say his name like that because it's ingrained in my head, and it's just funny to hear. It's Jason, and then Jason goes, maybe we should just go somewhere else. He's like, yeah, maybe you should just go somewhere else. That'd be a lot better.
Yeah. See, when it comes to the children with me, there is no.
Yes, Diana. Yeah. Do you know how many times Mary and I, we've waited for a parade or a firework, or not even at Disney, anywhere, and we see little kids behind us. We're like,
I always say, come on.
Hey, you guys want to come up front? Like, I'm 6'2". I can see over 95% of the people. Like, hardly any people are taller than me that I can't see over that. If a little 3-4 foot tall little girl wants to come in front, what do I care? She's not blocking me. It's a little girl, like
Right.
a little boy, whatever. It's not blocking me. It's not affecting me one bit. I don't care. So I go here, and
Bye randomness. See you Monday.
My randomness. And don't get me wrong, like, have I accidentally stepped in front of a kid or blocked someone? Yeah. And then I go, hey, excuse me, and I move. But where we were 5 minutes before,
Look,
like,
you see how flustered he is?
she literally had to wiggle through like thousands of people to get to where we were. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like, oh, hey, I just stopped here. Sorry. It was, no, she literally had to wiggle through all these people to get to
like
us.
hundreds of people. Like
Thousands.
that
Place was
that,
packed.
that was a pretty busy night. Like I said, it was the old fireworks transferring over to the new fireworks, so it made the park extremely overpacked.
And Diana, I would have slapped her. No, I don't hit ladies, but I really wanted to. But Mary, Mary calms me now.
Well,
just don't do anything crazy, man.
Well, because see, my thing is when you mess with my kids, I lose all control. But when I lose control and I and I do something where in a situation like this female did what she did, I would not go to Matt and say, Matt, if I'm going to cause an issue like that, then I'm going to do the issue on my own. I'm going to handle the issue on my own. I'm not going to, if you're going to stand up to a dude, a big dude, you better have the voice and you better make sure that what you're doing is 100% okay and you're fine with what you're doing. Because then you have to go out and cause this guy to be completely embarrassed over your stupid decision, and you're completely embarrassing it. Everyone around you staring at you.
I'm sure Jason got a mouthful back at the hotel.
Well, I hope he gave her a mouthful, because what she did was a little ridiculous.
And since we're talking about inappropriate people, New Year's Eve at SeaWorld, this rather large and in charge woman came by at 11:58. We were waiting for the fireworks, and she just happened to have one of those little backpacks, right? You know, the little that all the little girls like, all you ladies like. They're real small backpacks, about that big. They got the straps, and okay. So I see her standing next to me, and Bella's like kind of diagonal to me. And she scoots. See her scooting in front of me. And she's kind of looking like maybe she's just trying to get a better view of something for a second. She's going to go back. So I kind of leave her alone. And then she scoots in front of Bella, hits Bella in the face with her backpack. And I go, "Excuse me." I said, "You just hit my kid with your backpack. You need to move." "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" I said, "You hit my kid with the backpack. You need to move." And I took her on the shoulder like that, open hand, non-aggressive.
You cannot.
I know I shouldn't have done it, but I was annoyed.
I tell you cannot.
And I just kind of pushed her like that.
You can't do that.
I know, but she technically hit first.
No, but you cannot do that.
Yes, I know.
That's why I always intervene. Okay, we got it, and I usually stop him. He usually never really stops me because I'm good. But he needs to be stopped. There's only one time he had to stop me, and I think the man was going to get hurt. But
see, we're talking about all of our dirty laundry now. But these things annoy me. Yes, I know. I was staying on my shirt. Yes, I know. But these things annoy me, and it's not. I don't like disrespectful people, especially to kids. Like, kids have a hard enough time seeing things, especially on big events. Are you doing Peter Griffin Goss? I don't even know what that means.
What does that mean? Elaborate.
But yeah, I push her out of the way.
You cannot do that.
I know.
Cannot do that again.
And then her husband was like, "Hey, why you do that? Why you do that?"
You cannot. Dirty water dogs.
Dirty water dogs from New York, just to answer your question real quick, are disgusting, and you should not consume them.
Do not consume them. And they
disgusting.
are only in New York. They're disgusting. We personally hate New York at this point in time.
We do?
I personally do.
Why?
I have no interest
Why
in
did we suddenly
place.
I didn't get that memo.
I'm sorry.
Did you email me?
No, I have no interest in the
How
place.
am I supposed to know we're supposed to start hating New York if you don't
tell me? It's not that I
me?
hate it. It's more of I just it does nothing for me. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care for it. It's too busy. It's dirty. Everyone is just, I can't. I'm good. It's too busy. It's too, I was going to say it's too Disney. It's too crowded, and it's just a lot of, I'm good.
And no, we're not married, but we've been together 10 years, so technically married.
Technically.
Anyway, so I pushed the lady out of the way and got into a little confrontation with the husband. Not a confrontation, just a little argument. And then they left. So I won. But she was wrong. Like, you can't like wiggle your way in and then hit people with your backpacks because you're taking up all this space.
That's
like, all right, it's over. I almost went to jail over my grandson. He was born with a defect in his neck, so he couldn't speak 2 years. 2 years ago, a woman was making fun of the noises he made, and I went off.
No.
Get married, I will pay for the wedding.
I'm down for it. I need $5,000. I'll be happy.
This one time, there's a city place called.
I don't know. It was an outside sitting area.
Yeah, it was
city
like
place. It was more of like restaurants. It had a road where you could drive through buildings everywhere. It was kind of like a downtown, whatever you would call
Level
it.
Vision's going to double your wedding request.
All right, let's do it. Email me. Talk about it.
This is the one time I had to pull Mary away from a guy because Bella was 2.
Nah,
maybe 3. She's just walking age, and we're walking through, city place, outside place. People walk around, eat. There's bars and bands and stuff all around. And Bella was, baby gabbing, making noises like Lucky Dog's, like, oh, woo. And she runs up to this table and points at like a lighted up menu and goes, ah! And the guy just turns to her and goes, shush! And Mary lost her crap.
I screamed in her face and said, "Be quiet." Actually, I remember like yesterday.
No, he said shush.
Was it just?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lost it. Like I lost it. Like I can't tell you. That was a moment where everything in my vision, everything went black.
So she screamed at the guy for
And I
like,
saw nothing. I heard nothing except his face. And I saw like, how dare you scream in a child's face, all because you decided to sit outside on the sidewalk where people are walking, children are running around. It is your choice. You sat in this area. Now you're screaming in my 3-year-old's face because she's having a good time. No, sir. Absolutely never.
and that's the one time I had to push Mary away.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It took
That kid just whispered, did she really?
No, she said she wanted to let Lucky down. Can you give him?
Don't let her. We're working on getting married. You,
Yes,
I guess you weren't here for the last half hour of the conversation.
God,
We're talking about a wedding plan.
We've been all over the board tonight. We're not. We have been all over the place for an hour and 20 minutes. We've been all over the place. But yes, our intentions are to get married. But it's not. It's more of like a personal, our own liking wedding. Not really like doing anything big or crazy, ballrooms, venues, huge things like that. It's more of like a very down to earth, for us only.
You only join streams and drop racks on people? Oh, yeah? Okay.
I told you, email me. We'll talk about it.
Look at our About page and email us.
Like I said, I'm not greedy.
Daniel says him and his fiance are going to get married at Disney on Valentine's Day.
Good for you.
That's very romantic.
It is.
Thank God the police officer took my side, and he did say if the waitress didn't stop me from hitting her, it may have been different. I did make it over her table. Yeah,
you just can't do that. Like, maybe it's because these people don't have children and really don't understand what you're doing. But I could never imagine yelling in someone else's child's face for any reason. Yeah, like kids could make, if I was in a store and I heard Lucky doing that and I was like, oh my God, lady, please, your kid. But I would never dare to yell in someone else's kid's face.
No.
Never.
No.
I would just walk away and, whatever. Because I've had,
imagine typing paragraphs in a YouTube chat. What?
I don't mess with email. You need super chat, streamables, or PayPal in description.
We don't have a super chat. We don't have Streamlabs or PayPal. I think we do. Maybe we do have a PayPal. I don't know. But we but anyway, yeah. So no, I never understood why people needed to make fun of kids or anything like that. Like, I mean, kids are kids. They should be free, really, to express themselves and learn about themselves. They really don't need any criticism. Their kids are having fun.
Right.
Then how do I send it? Listen, level vision. Email us, buddy. What are you doing now?
And we do appreciate your gesture, but email us and we'll talk about it. Honestly,
what are you doing?
She's making pictures and stuff for Lucky, calming them down. So yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I guess there's just people in the world who don't. They assume the children are adults and that they can.
I think some people are just bitter little things.
I don't know. Who are you?
You don't know.
You don't know. Tell us who you are.
You don't know who you are. I know your level of vision.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, that was very, very interesting conversation.
Yes.
Hour and a half almost. I think this was our longest coffee time to date.
It is, and we haven't had any coffee either.
It's about time for some.
It is. I think so. I made it earlier.
Level, is that a soup smell on? No, it's mustard and ketchup.
We've been talking about that.
Why is everyone?
An hour and a half.
I was gonna change my shirt before the stream. I was like,
an hour and a half, Matt.
Yeah, I was like, what? I I was gonna change my shirt. I was like, no, we would probably know. It's not that big a deal. That's like been the focus of the conversation the whole time.
I know, like, dude.
He's had 2 operations and now he can speak a little. He does say grand for Grammy. Oh, that's good. It's modern, modern technology, modern science is pretty amazing. I hear stories like Diana's all the time from people about people getting better of all these weird things that happen, like all these weird diseases that we have in the world, and they start getting better, which is awesome. Like it's so nice that people can actually get better from things.
I know.
My sister has a lot of disabilities. Um, my my what is she? It's technically my step. That's a long story. They're technically a stepsister, but or technically my sister, but she's my niece. That's a long story.
Just go with the flow.
Emma, but it's I have people in my life that have disabilities, and it's so nice that there are things that help them get better. There's things in place to help them like function, so to speak. Like my sister is pretty functioning adult, and she has quite the disability. So it's great that there's things in place to help people succeed in life, regardless of their limitations. At least there's things in life that let people have a nice quality of life, even though maybe they can't function, so to speak, but they have a nice quality of life. They can hang out, they can talk to people, they can watch TV, stuff like that. There's so much today that makes, even if you have diseases or ailments, you can still do things and at least enjoy what you can. It's just so nice. Why are you up?
Because I have them and I'm listening to you and thinking, no, it is really nice. And sometimes, you see
what this change level vision. You ask a lot of strange questions, my man. This is the first thing Mary ever bought me. You guys, I never take it off. You guys probably have seen it almost in every video. I did not wear it for a while because I wasn't allowed to. But I never take it off. This is the first thing Mary ever bought me. It's a silver chain from Mexico. It cost like $200. It was like it was on a cruise. We were on a cruise, and she went on one of the islands, and she bought me a gift. So she bought me. I think it was like $200. It's still in silver chain. It wasn't. It's not worth that much, but it means a lot to me. So.
So you have you have some sentimental value to some things, huh? Do you now?
Yeah, I could put this thing in a little pocket. It doesn't take up half the freaking closet. And if you're talking about Mary's chain, that's a sterling silver with some weird stone with iridium in it.
No, it's sterling silver, and it's like that sapphire. I don't remember what it's called. It's like that blue stuff.
2 questions is a lot. How well do you do in interviews? That was 2 questions right there. No, it's just you came in saying a lot of different things. I shouldn't say you asked a lot of questions. You created a lot of questions for me. But I do well in interviews, actually. A lot of my life is talking to people, and my work is dealing with people. So I do talk and answer a lot of questions all day, every day. So.
So you just really caught us off guard. Really, we were, stopped, and we're kind of like, wait, what, huh?
It was almost like that other comment that came in here.
Yes, the other comment.
Where is that neck? What?
Where is that neck?
And again, are you talking about my fatness right here? Is that what you're talking about? Probably.
Here's a question for you. Where is that?
He's probably talking about this. Diana said he's great with his hands. He loves and is good at working on cars with his daddy. He's 8 and he can better than some guys we know. Well, you're probably better than me. I tried it one time and not very good at it. I'm wearing a necklace made out of great grandmother's ashes who passed away 4 years ago at 106. She was my hero, and you guys are also my hero and the reason for my daughter's name. Well, that's very nice. Mary has is the actual chain made out of the ashes? Like, did they like compress it in a metal, so to speak, or is like it a chain with ashes like in it too? Like Mary has one of her aunt. It's a metal chain with uh, I don't know what you
It's
call
more
it.
of like a
Like a vial.
pixie. Well, it's like a pixie dust thing.
Pixie dust.
Well, I think, did you ever get, you know, those necklaces that have like the little pixie dust inside, and it's just a circular. It kind of looks like this, and it has the little plug on top of it. Well, that's what it is on a silver chain. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I don't know. It's weird to wear it. It is strange to wear it, and I don't know. I know I have it, and I mean, I don't have to wear it. I have it though, and it's with me all the time. So I don't know. Yeah.
All right. I think I'm wore out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see you next week on our coffee time, and we can talk about more things that we've been doing throughout our lives. Level Vision can ask us more questions. He has a lot of questions,
Yes.
and
You're more
apparently
than
somebody's
welcome.
writing essays.
Yes, you're more than welcome to email us, and we can chat some more.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, so it's been fun talking to everyone, and we will see you all tomorrow, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make you guys a video for tomorrow, and then we'll live chat Monday.
Yeah.
We're trying to stay very strong on our schedule here. I know during the holidays we kind of messed up a lot, but we're hoping to stay on schedule. We're pretty busy. We got kids. I mean, you guys are busy too. We appreciate you spending the time to watch us, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching.
Thank you for all of our new subscribers, new friends that have come to see our videos. We thank you guys very much for being a part of our little crazy family here.
He's been in here a while.
You've been here and you haven't said anything.
No, because I remember him saying one thing.
He did the devil. There it is.
The devil. There you go. We were talking about me being cheap.
Yes, and remember, Diana, if you have any information or ideas or thoughts for me, let's chat. I want to hear them.
Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
That's all nonsense.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Remember to always enjoy the